I'm Adam Watson.
I'm Trinity Watson.
This is the Darkslinger Mafia, 31 Days of Halloween. Every day in the month of October, we're going to be taking a look at a horror book, a Halloween special, something violent, scary, spooky, bloody, gory,
Clowny.
ghosts. We
Seance.
still haven't looked at a clowny book. You find one, and I'll look at it. How about that?
Yeah.
Seance in the Asylum, issue number 1. Okay, I hate reading cursive, which is a problem with this comic, so you go ahead and give those credits.
Yeah. Script is by Clay McLeod Chapman. Art is by Leonardo Marcelo Grassi. Colors are by Mora Goma. I think that's how you say it.
Good
Letters are Frank.
I cannot make that one out.
It's down here. It's
it
so
is.
hard.
Yeah, sorry.
Veckovic?
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to say that. And the cover is by Andrea Muti. I believe that's how you say it.
Either that or Andrea.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Close enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've said before, we're not going to pronounce every single name in comics accurately. In fact, most of them we're not going to.
Yeah. If I ever come across Sienkiewicz written, I will not be able to say that.
I can.
Mm-hmm.
That one I can say because that one I know how to say.
Yeah.
So go ahead and start us off. You're the one who chose this comic. So I'm going to let you lead on this one.
All right. So right away we start off with a bunch of men kind of criticizing this little girl. Mm-hmm. She's in a high chair and they're talking about, asking her where her spirits are, which I'm going to assume is ghosts in this sense.
Yeah, it is. She's a medium.
Mm-hmm.
They're very bizarrely drawn.
They are. They have this, throughout the comic, whenever they appear, they have this really weird stretched look to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have what I think is a really cool panel sequence where she's kind of in this nightmare and then she wakes up on a train.
Mm-hmm.
And
then we get to my least favorite part.
Yeah.
Which is the cursive lettering.
Yeah.
And it's not in a big enough font to make it easy on the eyes. I still see really well for my age, right? I don't need glasses. I don't need reading glasses, anything like that. Mm-hmm. But this is a tiny ass font.
Yeah,
this has to be tiny, even to somebody your age. What do you think of the using double page spread here for this?
For the actual panels and everything, because it's kind of in a strange sequence and everything, I like it.
Okay.
I think it's cool.
They didn't put any of the lettering close to the gutter line. Yeah. They didn't do anything like that. It's almost weird to choose to do this, though, because it's not necessary for anything that's shown here.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it, though. But I still found it a little unnecessary, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. So, main character, I forgot her name if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I don't remember her name. I don't remember any of their names.
Yeah. She arrives at this insane asylum where she shows up there, and as a medium, she's going to come in and kind of commune with the spirits that have taken over the patients.
Right, the Ashcroft Hospital.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of this ad right here?
Doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
I grew up during a time period where Vietnam was everywhere. I knew a lot of Vietnam vets growing up. You probably do too, but less as time's gone by, right? And there's a lot of Vietnam era movies, TV shows, things of that nature that were always aimed at us. It's not something I'm particularly interested in reading in fiction.
Yeah.
I know people who were affected by it in real life. I've heard their stories. I don't need to read about it, if that makes sense.
Right.
I'm not really interested in any reading about any war that someone I know was alive for.
Okay.
So, story set in Operation Desert Storm or Afghanistan or Vietnam or even World War II are usually something that I just don't read. Because I don't know if it's because, I've known people who are in all of those wars, or if I'm going to be reading it in a comic, I prefer swords than guns. I don't know. Whatever
Yeah.
the case, there's nothing particularly bad or wrong with this ad whatsoever. But I got burnt out on reading war stories a long time ago.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that the image in the middle is kind of cool,
Super
but
cool.
I don't like the actual border or anything around it or how the lettering is.
I think it's supposed to look like a picture with the border.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it could have been done a little bit more effectively, though.
Yeah, I can see that. I
Yeah.
can see that.
The frame of the ghost being in the lens is super cool, though.
It is. It is. I've seen this eldritch horror a lot. They just assume that people know these words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that that's always a good plan, personally.
Yeah, especially when a lot of books seem to get wrong what eldritch horror is.
Most of them probably do.
Mm-hmm.
So this ad, on the other hand, I don't want to read because it doesn't look appealing to me. The last one, it had nothing to do about whether it looked appealing or not. This one just straight up, I don't know. It looks boring.
Yeah.
It looks like it's attempting too hard, I guess.
Try hard comic.
I wasn't going to say that because I don't use Gen Z dialogue, but yeah.
That's not even Gen Z, but okay.
Yeah, it is. We didn't say that. Generation X.
Back
What's
to the
next?
main story. So, she's going around getting familiar with all the patients, getting familiar with the rooms, and then we kind of meet our first patient.
Yeah. Who has a fucked up smile.
She does. I love how the characters are drawn in this. It's great. The expressions in this are great.
Yeah, there are really good expressions.
Yeah, so she sets up for the night. We get to see what exactly it is she works with, and then she goes to sleep and starts having the nightmare from earlier again.
Yeah, so I guess, are these ghosts that follow her around from her childhood? Or is it just a bad dream? I'm not sure.
I'm not entirely sure either. I think it's a bad dream.
Okay. I couldn't tell. With their exaggerated features and things like that, I wasn't sure if they were actually implying that they're real ghosts or not.
Yeah.
And
But
I'm
yeah,
guessing
so-
you got to make it to like issue number 3 to find out.
Sometime. But yeah, we find out that the source of her trauma are these old men yelling at a child in front of an entire auditorium type.
Yeah, well, back in those days, any sort of medical advancements had a crowd.
Yeah.
Right? So this is what this is supposed to be. This is like a hospital university, like a teaching hospital or something like that.
Yeah.
And so
they're calling her medium powers a hoax and saying that she's the child hoax.
Yeah. So back to the main story. This guy who is I guess kind of the warden of the psychiatric hospital, I thought he was him at first.
They look very similar.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're introduced to all of the patients that she'll be taking a look at. And
basically
kind of what
this
their
guy
insanities are.
Thinks that these people's ailments can be healed through psychic ability.
Yeah.
That like they have demons or ghosts that need to be exorcised from them, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah.
And the different things that they have that they're diagnosed with are pretty great, actually.
Yeah. So the one, he has, I don't know if I'm going to say it right, paroxysms.
Yeah.
And it's basically uncontrollable emotional fits.
Right.
So he's been deemed crazy because he'll suddenly cry.
Yeah, and he's age 12 and he's in with people who are actually criminals.
Yeah.
He's like, this guy is a murderer of women.
Yeah.
That's not a mental illness exactly. I mean, I guess it could be. But, you know, that's something you should be imprisoned for, not institutionalized for.
Yeah.
And then this one, female widowed, overstudy of religion.
Yeah. Gathering in the head.
Yeah, I don't know what gathering in the head means, but overstudy of religion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm guessing battle nostalgia is one of the older ways of saying PTSD.
Yeah.
I know that it
Something
was
like
called
that.
Shell Shock around the time of World War II, so I've never actually seen Battle Nostalgia.
But yeah, this one and this one should both be in jail. She drowned her children.
Yes.
Is what it seems.
Yeah, they should not be around this kid or
No.
this woman who's just overstudied religion, whatever the hell that means.
Yeah. But yeah, so they begin their seance, and then we have a really bad advertisement, in my opinion.
Gerard Way has earned a look with what Umbrella Academy is, right?
Right.
It's actually a really good comic.
Yeah.
So I would read it just to see what it is exactly based off of that, right?
Yeah.
But this, how do you even phrase this?
I don't like
It's like the Lost
design
album
at all.
cover of an MCR
Yeah.
album. Like,
Which
it's so oddly like emo preppy looking.
Yeah, if it's Gerard Way, that works. But if
Right.
I'm somebody who has no idea who Gerard Way is or
Yes.
what emo things are, I'm not gonna pick this up based
Right.
off of any of that.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a cool image.
I love that image.
I have no idea what the hell what it is based
Yeah.
off this. But it looks cool.
Yeah, I pick it up just because of the image and they made it like front and center. It kind of tells you a little bit about it, but
Yeah, but not enough to really it fills you more in on who the creators are of it, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, back to the story. I forget her name, but overstudy of religion. She basically has like this moment where she thinks that the medium is an angel, and
Oh, is that what she's doing?
yeah,
Okay, I didn't get that. I wasn't sure what was going on with this woman. I just figured, she just wasn't right in the head, and that's all there was to it. But she thinks she's an angel. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So the medium is talking, and she's asking if they can all hear their spirits or any spirits
Right.
in the room, and she starts like speaking up and going, "Yes, I hear the angels."
Okay.
That's what's supposed to be happening with her.
Okay. I really like her facial expressions.
She's
That works
the
really well.
strongest character for
And
me.
I always find it interesting when foreground characters are drawn and then there's just no background whatsoever, not even a border.
Yeah.
And it actually works.
Yeah.
Because, that kind of thing doesn't always work, but that actually really works right there.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the whole party goes to shit basically because she starts freaking out about angels, and then the woman killer gets up and starts trying to kill the medium.
Yeah, and then we've got the guy who is a murderer of women who tries choking her and
Yeah. Who shouldn't be there. He needs
No.
to go to jail.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
guess that's why he tells her she's not an angel. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
What about the Hellboy ad?
I like this image right here. I'm not a fan of this or how they did this.
I actually like the layout of everything here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And I think that if you did away with the 30 years banner, that would make a badass tattoo.
Hell yeah.
Like an upper shoulder tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I actually like it because it tells you what all of the paperback omnibuses are and makes it easy to just direct you to the whole entire Hellboy series, or at least I think it's all collected in those 4.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that. I don't know.
That's nice, yeah.
Yeah. So we then get I don't know, what is this guy? Like,
He's the other warden. He's like the other, because
junior warden, chief of surgery, something like that.
yeah, this guy's the actual owner of the insane asylum. He knew that she was a hoax and everything because this didn't go exactly as they planned.
I didn't read it as him thinking she was a hoax. I read it as it's upsetting the patients too much and this isn't actually going to cure them.
Okay.
So we just need to stop this, no matter if he believes in it or not.
Right.
Whereas the older guy is just completely tripling down on it.
Yeah.
This is what he's decided is going to cure these people, and he's not going to have his mind changed.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Witcher ad?
I think it's cool, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it could explain a little bit more about what The Witcher is.
I think that they expect you to already know who the Witcher is at this point.
Yeah.
Because I think that the video games, the TV series, all of it is
Yeah,
in
the
full
books.
swing at this point. The
Right.
books have been out since like the 70s.
Yeah. I think though that when you're doing something like that where you're relying on people to already
Oh, I
know-
agree with that.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
saying
think that's
why I
effective.
think they did something,
Yeah.
not whether or not I agree with what they did.
Right.
Personally, I think that the drawing style in this is cool, and that's literally all I think about it.
Yeah.
Number one, it looks like he's got a weird shaped ass.
It does, yes.
So if you just look at this image for just a moment too long, you're like, what the hell is this thing? And I think it's his pouch, but why is it colored the same as his pajama bottoms or whatever those are?
Yeah, I have no
Friggin'
idea.
weird.
Mm-hmm.
But then on top of that, it doesn't really tell me much of anything. I think that they need to quit making the lettering that describes everything so hidden and small.
Yeah.
Like, put more focus on that in your ads. That's what I think. So, yeah. Then we're back to the younger of the doctors,
Mm-hmm.
who seems like he just actually cares about these people getting better, not about exercising them or anything like that. So he doesn't seem to have any ulterior motives that are up front, at least.
No.
And then she gets an idea.
Yeah, she goes over to the boy and she hands him a way of communicating, I guess. I'm not sure what the scribble thing is.
She thinks he might actually be inflicted with spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole idea is that if she hands him pencil and reams of paper, that he'll start drawing these circles, and sooner or later the ghosts will just take over and write what they want her to know, which they do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they write down home for her.
Right. Could be, too, that this 12-year-old kid doesn't want to be in an asylum, though, and that's why he's writing it.
Yeah.
We never really get a definitive answer on if she actually is some form of a medium.
Yeah. So we get another double page splash of these panels.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about this one?
Like it even less than the first time around.
Yeah?
Yeah, because there actually is stuff that's lost in the gutter of this one.
Yeah.
Like this guy coming up behind the guy with PTSD, I'm just going to say is what he has.
Mm-hmm.
He is lost unless you actually push the page down.
Yeah.
Now you can see one up above his head, and then you see the one here, and it goes into his mouth. But the first time I read this, I missed that there was something by his face because I wasn't seeing everything that was in the border.
Yeah.
And then if this ever gets like a hardcover treatment or anything like that, I could see this balloon being partially lopped from gutter loss.
Right.
So I personally don't like the overuse of double page spreads in comics. And this, where there's no real purpose for it, I think is an overuse.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that it's cool, but it could definitely be done a lot better.
Yeah, I think there are some really cool individual images in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some stuff that I'm like, are these just a Photoshop effect?
I think
That's what they
so.
look like.
Yeah.
This is cool, where it looks like they're all netted together in some galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot that's cool here, and some of it, like, I think kind of the whole middle row doesn't really work, right?
Right.
But I read this double page spread as more of, hey, look what I can do, than, hey, I want to be effective at storytelling.
Right.
And it doesn't translate well, in my opinion, and it's going to translate even worse by the time this thing is reprinted as anything other than just a regular comic, which, you know, will be. Like, Dark Horse is going to release everything in trade paperback, at least.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yeah. This guy actually has a spirit possess him, and the spirit wants to go home. So it's not just the 12-year-old boy.
Right. Yeah, there's something that's actually there that wants to go home, but what home is, we don't know.
Mm-hmm. I like how the shading is done on him for the ghost.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he hasn't spoken the entire time. He's catatonic as far as we know.
Yeah.
So it works in terms of kind of the twist at the end, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think of this advertisement?
I don't like it. It's so cluttered looking. I know that's just how the cover is, but I do not like the layout.
So Josh Gad is the voice of the snowman in Frozen, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Am I correct in that?
I have no idea.
Okay. It's literally just him.
Oh, okay.
In this comic. He's the creator of it, right?
Yeah.
There are really good celebrity comics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Gerard Way's comics, for instance. Umbrella Academy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good comic. He actually was a comic creator before MCR, though, if you didn't know.
I didn't.
Yeah. I don't know how many credits he had under his belt, but I know he had comic credits prior to MCR hitting. But he was definitely a celebrity by the time Umbrella Academy came out.
Yeah.
So obviously there are celebrities who can create really good comics, right? And then there's the Eminem Punisher.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where it's like the most god-awful thing in the world, but still goes for like $1,000 or whatever because it's Eminem Punisher, right?
Right.
I don't blame Dark Horse for taking chances on celebrities. And I think that just because somebody's a celebrity doesn't mean they can't create a comic, right?
Right.
I do think it's kind of stupid to make the celebrity the main character in the comic, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, Umbrella Academy, you don't see Gerard Way running around inside the comic. Or if you did, it would be like a cameo. It wouldn't be as a main character.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. This doesn't really work for me. It looks more like it's selling his name than it is whatever this is about.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do it a whole lot bigger, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, and then the back, pretty cool.
Yeah. Really
It's the
cool.
same sort of stuff I do on the back of my comics, where you just take kind of a panel out of context and put it on the back.
Yeah.
Obviously, I like it if I do it on my own comics.
Right.
So, Seance in the Asylum, just barely a horror book, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's getting there. You can see where it's going to become one. Would you read the rest of the series?
I would.
Okay.
I think I'm interested enough to try it out, at least. Like the second issue.
See, I would, but I don't want to read it in single issue format.
Yeah.
I would be more likely to finish this if I had the trade paperback of it.
Right.
It doesn't come across as something that's meant to be read in single issues to me. There's just some things you read once in a while where you're like, this is just meant to have the whole story read all at once, right?
Yeah.
That's what this seems like to me. And maybe, just maybe, by the time the trade paperback came out, they enlarged that damn cursive handwriting a little bit.
Yeah.
I can hope anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything else?
No.
All right, let's go make some comics. Looking for something to read this Halloween season? Darkslinger Comics has you covered. Check out Ghost Assassin, a supernatural crime comic. Issue number 1 is currently available in a color edition, as well as a limited edition black and white raw copy that features Joel Kotajar's pencils and the lettering only. There's also a raw edition available for issue number 2. We're currently completing the inks and coloring stages on issue number 2. Can't wait to read it? You can pick up the A story in the cards as a mini comic. Issue number 3 is also available in the raw edition. Vampires more your thing? Check out Chronicles of Von Helsing. This story features the world's oldest blood feud, the Von Helsings versus vampire kind. Issue number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all available, as well as the Sally mini comic and the newest addition to the Chronicles Von Helsing lineup, Blood Will Out by Tony Morgan. This is the last time Chronicles Von Helsing issues number 1 through 5 in the Sally special will be offered in this format. We're almost sold out of the remaining copies. The next time it sees print is going to be as a colored edition hardcover. Vampires and supernatural crime not your thing? Check out Who Will Save the World. All of these issues are available online on darkslinger.com, on our eBay store. You can order digital editions through our Patreon. Most of the comics mainstream spinner racks have these titles in stock as well. Are you a retailer and you're interested in stocking Darkslinger products? Get a hold of Comics Mainstream. Comics Mainstream is the exclusive distributor for Darkslinger Comics.